auto battler games there. And next is Roger and Uzra.
So that's the rundown of our players, and I think we're now going into the match. We're watching SilverName as Zephyrus, the Great. So can you tell us about a bit about the hero power of what Zephyrus has?
So Zebris have the hero power that could lead into your triple if you have the 2 copies of it. What funny on Silvername's option there is that all heroes are not that high caliber hero, so that's why he went for the Zebris. He doesn't want to go for the AFK because it will lead him in tanking a lot of damage in the early game. So hence he go for the Zebris here. So here normally the 1-2 mech is the one that being bought, but it's kind of hard. I'm not sure if the Lord Barrow is his teammate, so we'll just see if they're teammates.
That's right. Well, when we get the update of the players' names and their heroes, we'll tell you guys the rundown of the heroes. And that's the Micro Mummy was, or the Mech Mummy was also picked right there from, is it the Mermy? I forgot the name.
No, it's Micro Mummy.
Micro Mummy, that's right. Micro Mummy was picked right there by SilverName. Good pick right there. But mostly on turn 2, Enly, with this kind of hero, do you just go and tavern up? Or
yeah, you go for the normal curve here that tavern up on 4. So here's the rundown for our lobby. SilverName as the Zephyris, Goddammit as Patches, Rename as Jandis, ID as Lord Barov, Omu, Jinbei, Portia as George, Roger as Milaus, Uzra as Bayev, and the lacking tribes here is the Murloc and Dragons.
Oh, so no Murlocs, no. Is it the band? No Murlocs, no Dragons?
Yeah, no Murlocs and no Dragons here. So interesting to see that there's a Lord Barov here. So Lord Barov is really good in team environment that could give you information where to bet, right?
That's right. That's right. And I'm actually surprised because we have George the Fallen here, Enly. That's the best. The best composition for George the Fallen is Murlocs because, of course, remember there's no more buffs on Tavern 6 from
construct your own.
Yeah, construct your own divine shields, right? So now you have to do it the old-fashioned way. And we're now watching Jinbei. What is he doing here, Enly?
So I think he'll go for. Oh, okay. So I thought he'll power level on T3, but I think that's super risky. So he just go for this one. Or since he's facing George, it's a teammate. So
yeah, it looks like he's going for a teammate. That's why he didn't put down the other 2 minions right there, because when you're playing in a team composition, you would likely want to have lesser damage just for your teammate to survive. Or, for example, let's put out the chance that there might have synergies in terms of the compositions. For example, a Rafam, and you might get the third unit right there for the triple. And Enly, what did you pick for the prize from the Dark Fair?
So Jinbei decided to go for the rolling, so because he wants to get a good T3 minions from here. Maybe he could get the pirate that will help him on this next battle against Maiev. Maiev already got a 1 minion from her hero power, so maybe Maiev is ahead of the board space. I mean the minions on the board, so this will be really tough match to win for Jinbei.
And regarding the position right there, Yoho Ogre is right there on the right. But now we're looking at Uzra going for is this the 2 elemental tokens that we can see right here? This is the opponent of Jinbei a while ago, and we're looking at composition. I think this is going to be a tie, right?
Yeah, it's lucky for Omu to get a tie there.
That's right, that's right. And we're now seeing a bunch of... Oh, there you go, from Dormant. He gets a triple right there, and now he's going to get a Tavern Tier 4 minion. What will he get here, Enly?
So, if he wants a well-started minion that can scale, it's Big Fernal. Because K-Vidra is good right now, but the buffers are really good to have if you want to land Cave Hydra at early, like the Packmaster. So
Yeah.
that's good to have.
Yeah, that's also.
I mean, pack leader.
Yeah,
Sorry.
pack leader. Yeah, pack leader to give to buff up the Cave Hydra. Yeah, it's good to have early, right, Enly? Because you have the cleave right there, but now he's gonna make the
So
2-1
maybe
dormant.
the reasoning here is because he got a golden micromami that there's a
Yeah.
chance to land a +2 attack on the Cave Hydra.
Oh yeah, that looks like a good option, right, Enly? For more cleave damage. But now we're looking at a good Dummit, and he's going for 2 elementals right there, Scalawag, and of course the Swabbies. He's saving those Swabbies just in case there might be a triple, and also those Whirlwind elementals.
So he went for a later activation of his prize that get from the turn 4. Maybe he fought Silvername earlier on the turn 4 round, so that's why he went for the Might of Stormwind just now.
And this looks like a win for Lord Barov. I might be talking a bit early, but it really looks like he's overpowered right there. Portia now as George the Fallen getting 11 damage down to 26.
Yeah. Reason for this ID have the Sensei plus the Deflectobot combination, so it scales very well for a mech comp on as early as tier 3. I mean Tavern 3. So that's nice to have if you want to have a solid, consistent growth on the farther rounds.
And you're talking about the growth over the further rounds, Enly. In terms of this composition or this bans, what is the most likely composition you would want to build on? There's a ban on Murlocs. There's a ban on what's the other one that's banned, Enly?
So it's Dragon, the ones that's banned. So technically you could go for the big demons because there's no poisonous Murloc.
Yeah.
So it's good. And if you wanna be safe, just go for the one that played by ID with mech, because it scales with the Sensei, and with the refresh or reset coming from the Deflectobot, it will carry you until maybe until turn 11, somewhere like that could guarantee you to place at least top 4.
That's right. And what's good about the mech composition is that you can put any mech with Divine Shield with that Noya module right there. And now he's facing Lord Barrow from as ID, or ID as Lord Barrow, and he's getting hit with a bunch of large attacks coming from the mechs on his side, and it's gonna be a win for ID right there, hitting
So what
Omo.
it's missing for ID is the replicating menace here that
Yeah.
could be attached on some of his other mechs. So he might be looking forward to getting them. Although he already at Tavern 4. So now Omu at Tavern 4 also. Maybe he could go for the power level, but he's at 17 health and he's facing George. And George is his teammate. So
Yeah.
they could orchestrate it to just press the Tavern up
Tavern tier
and
up, yeah.
try to have no damage at all. So both of them are on the bottom 3, but if
Yeah.
they could do well maneuvered turn here, it could be very useful for them.
Yes, that's right. And instead of actually rolling or tavern tiering up, Jinbei just went to the big Fernal and just went to roll for another big Fernal. And of course, he goes for his Windy Sherbet. I think he knows that he's going to face his opponent right there, Portia. His teammate / opponent right there. But I think there's going to be lesser damage, and they will both survive this encounter.
But based from the looks of it, I think Jinbei will deal several damage here because of the big Fernal are quite big.
Yeah.
But hopefully it would just be less than 10. So,
Yes.
No, unfortunately it's
Oh,
more
no.
than 10.
It's going to be a total of 12 damage going to George the Fallen or Portia. And right now, your health is, of course, your biggest resource in terms of playing Battlegrounds. Oh, he got the prize that gives you the unit on your current tavern tier. So what do you pick here, Enli?
So for Roger, he as Milausi, we decided to go for the Baron, maybe because there's already pair and he wants to assemble his divine shields for later because he got his core build is a big demon supposedly.
Yeah.
So Baron plus selfless hero for later turns are very good to have. So that's an insurance policy for him to have a very well minions that can trade on the other big stuff.
That's right. And Enli, you told us that you can go for demons in this type of these bands, and we're seeing Roger now going for demons, and we can see, of course, if you have those rat weavers already active, it's very very important, very very crucial to you, for you to get a Mal'Ganis so that you will not get extra damage. And look at that, those two Baron River dares are going to be just staying right there. And let's see who he's going to fight right now. I think this is going to be good, damn it.
Yeah, so it's good, damn it. We're going to... Oh, okay. So we jump into Jandy's board. Rename versus Omu. We can see for Rename, it's somehow scattered his build first. But I think he'll go for the direction of Elemental with the Bran as the potential support carry for his line.
Yeah. Yes, because if correct me if I'm wrong, Ellie, there's a bunch of Battlecry buffs for the elementals, and he also note that he also has in the list right there. He's going to get lethal damage to Jinbei, and Jinbei gets to the top 8 position.
So first dead in the lobby is Jinbei on Omu. It's sad to see Omu leaving the lobby early, and he stayed at 4 because he wants to play safe. So that's how strong the lobby is, or how unfortunate he is facing a much stronger opponent. So now he's for Rename is trying to find a Tavern Tempest, I think.
Oh yeah, I think he's trying to find a Tavern Tempest, and of course, as you said a while ago, he's going for the elemental composition. It's going to be quite hard. Or he's going to be quite big if you go with an elemental composition right now, right? This early.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, he rose how many times this turn, but he managed not to find a single elemental that would be beneficial to use on his current warband. So he'll be facing goddammit as Patches, and Patches at T5 with 20 health. I think if he's a pirate comp, a full-fledged pirate, goddammit, will have the lead here.
Oh yeah, so if that's the case, right, Enli, he's going to possibly lose in that matchup. And look at that interaction, Enli. I remember the pogos before it was removed with Jandis Barov. Were you part of that movement, or that those guys who tried to use Jandis Barov to make big pogos?
No, I haven't been active on playing Battlegrounds that much. I played the private lobbies with friends, but on the ladder, no. So there's a freeze for the Jandis earlier, maybe for the Parrot or the I missed what's the other one? The face goer, the tavern goer, faceless tavern goer. So maybe that's a freeze for him.
And looking at that, yeah.
So it's funny to see that the Patches is not running pirates at all. So it's somehow reminisce of my lobby yesterday.
And yeah, he's supposed to be running some pirates, but now he's going for a beast comp. Maybe he's seeing something we don't, because he's going for a tie against Jandis Barrow right there, not taking any damage. And right now, going for this kind of synergy while staying on tier 5, what is he looking for, Enli?
So he's really looking forward to see a Tavern Tempest or even a Stasis Elemental, just to have a lot of elementals on the Tavern, but unfortunately he cannot get it. As for goddammit, he's going for a beast comp right now. He's thinking if he wants to triple or what. So he decided to go for the triple, and best for him is a gold ring. But there's no gold ring, so he decided to get the genie for a resource generation.
Yeah, that's going to be a good resource generation because for the I've been enjoying the genie because once it activates its death rattle, it summons an elemental and it puts one in your hand. So imagine, does this also synergize with a for example a Baron River there?
No. So it only if it procs 2, you only get 1 on your hand.
Okay, you only get one on your hand. So not how do you say this? Not utilizable in that sense. But he's now facing Zephyrus. Right there, Zephyrus in the form of SilverName. SilverName now down to 8th health. Let's see what's going to happen here. And then looking at this, there's going to be a bunch of big rats. And
But they're also teammates. So what they're looking forward to see here is SilverName surviving because his elemental is already scaling with a golden major domo, golden party elemental. So you just need a little bit more time just to have a very sizable board that could outlast the other comps.
So that's a valiant effort right there. A good thing that you pointed that out, Enli, because his teammate is Gadumit. But now Gadumit is now all down to 5 health, only 1 loss away. So he's gonna probably try to scale up this this composition. How do you scale this up, Enli? I mean, you have a beast composition right there. And you have a golden, a mama bear.
So that's a golden mama right now with the Faceless Stubborn cover. Getting golden from the discover would be really helpful. And unfortunately for Jinbei and Portia, the pair from the Korea is now at 7 at 8, so they'll be getting the least points in this lobby. I mean, in this game.
But Ellie, I'm seeing now a gold grubber right down from Godamit's tavern right there, and would you think that's a good option?
No, it's not good. It's not good because it's kind of late. You only get at least +6/+6 if there's three goldens on Goddamit's side. So better to get a beast there. So now SilverName showing us that he has a 41-33 elemental right there, wildfire elemental that could blast off the Lord Barob's first minion.
Ooh, that's a big minion right there. And what we're seeing right now is SilverName's board and 2862 and for his taunt right there, golden minions. And look at those buffs from Mayordomo. Let's see who's going to win in this matchup. And again, as Enlia said a while ago, the team from Korea, Jinbei and Portia, are already top 7 and top 8 right there. They're going down with the low points in this round, but maybe they can still come back because we have 4 more rounds after this.
So for this one, maybe SilverName and Goddammit haven't faced Lord Barov, or Lord Barov just got recently picked up an Elystra, because if SilverName know that there's a Elystra, he could have placed his Wildfire Elemental on 2nd or 3rd hit. I mean 2nd hit just to have the effect after killing off the first phase of the Elystra. So now he's lucky enough to face a ghost.
Yeah.
So either going for a top shelf here, since he's at 4. So like Lil Rag would be very beneficial for him, but he decided just to go for bananas.
And while that was happening, Goddammit, his teammate, SilverName's teammate, is out on top 6, and ID was on top 5 as Lord Barov. Jandis Barov rename is already out on top 4. So let's see this interaction right now between between Uzra and his opponent Roger. So he's going to go against his teammate. They basically have a very secured spot in terms of points in round 1. So And Lee, we're still seeing a menagerie composition right now. So how strong is this, man?
So as we can see, there's a double cleaving effect from Uzra, Hydra, and a Foe Reaper. I I think he got a very early run and managed to have a Jugs or Vermin Sensei to buff it up.
And yeah, and what these guys are trying to make happen is they're supposed to get a tie or maybe lessen the damage so that they're sure that both of them will just get the top two
Yeah,
positions.
the top. So as you can see, Millhouse went there for a six minions Andy. So really considering the effect of getting the top two is much more important than saving life. But I think okay, so this is good for them.
Oh,
Fortunate
wow.
outcome, one damage off from lethal.
Yeah, one damage from lethal, and we're going to see the matchup between Uzra and SilverName. This will probably ensure that if Uzra takes out SilverName, he will get both of them will possibly get the highest scores for round one. And as you said a while ago, if you get an early brand right there, it's just going to be very, very helpful for you to scale up your minions. And what is he looking for, Enly? What do you think?
So maybe he's looking for potential triples or mugs and jugs, but this is quite a strong board. But Silvername have a to think Silvername only have actually 3 minions that are good: the Wildfire Elemental, Stasis Elemental, and the Molten Rock that is golden. So I'm not sure if the board of Uzra will get this job done, but there's a chance. There's a chance.
And right now, what do you think? SilverName just put down an unstable ghoul right there. Maybe preparing for, I don't know, divine shields from the side of his opponent, Uzra. And I'm kind of if that he's not using his bananas right there. Why do you think he's not using his bananas, Enly?
So maybe he's trying to have a crackling cyclone, or he will just use it for later.
Or
Find a
you just
better one to land. But crackling cyclone is the best if he wants to have an elemental that benefits from bananas a lot.
yeah, so he's not waiting for that anymore. And let's see what's gonna happen right here. And look at that, the divine shields are gonna be taken out if unstable gold procs. And there you go. Oh wow.
So what missing on Uzra's side of Warband is poisonous.
Yeah.
So he needs to find Amalgadons if he managed to survive here, but looks like it won't happen.
Yeah, and that elemental is going to the wildfire elemental is just going to deal so much damage towards his opponent. And look at that, Enly. That's
It's
going to
Roger's
be
turn
yeah.
to try to beat Silvername here on this game one.
Let's see if Roger gets to get his revenge for his teammate against Silvername right there. And this type of composition is a bit tight, Enly. What do you think? Is he? I mean, is there anything? There's not much room here for you to move in this kind of composition.
Silvername's minions are almost evenly statted, and will just need to find something that could utilize his major domo and party elementals. So for this, his best end game, best purchase would be, I think Crackling Cyclone. He'll end up having the Crackling Cyclone here.
Yeah, so he's not going for the triple. That's the party elemental, right?
But this is double golden party elementals.
Oh, no, it's golden.
No,
Okay,
I think SilverName's board are all goldens except for the 5/8. So I was
Yeah.
mistaken. He decided just to get the 5/8 there. Much more
Oof.
flexible spot.
And right now, all the damages are going to go towards that Elistra, protecting all the other taunt minions, especially that Void Lord right there. And this is a huge board, especially all the other damages are redirected. Look at that big Fernal coming from Roger. And right now, we're seeing, I think this is the first time I'm seeing Roger playing Battlegrounds. I'm usually used to seeing him play Standard. And he's gonna take just 6 damage from SilverName.
So SilverName will try to play around the Elistra. I think there's a chance for him to play around it. So letting your lesser damage minions on the first 3 slots of your warband and decide from there how you will rearrange the others.
So it's still big minions coming from Roger's side right there, and I'm one of those players that has a hard time playing Millhouse Manastorm. Although a lot of the pro players or even the more experienced players are enjoying it. Why do you think the pro players just have a good grasp of this hero, Enli?
It's just how you understand how to play around with his hero power, because his hero power have let you buy minions at 2 but rolls for 2. So normally you go for the pairs on the early start, or even with the pirates like Gambling Elemental, which gives you like profit when you buy it. Also the 1/3 Elemental Refreshing Anomaly also gives you something from it. So knowing how to play your heroes is really important here in the battlegrounds, because there's a lot of different heroes that are being offered here.
Oh, look at that, Enli, and that's very, very high damage coming from the Wildfire Elemental. 80? I think that was 80?
Yeah,
Or
it's 89
9?
damage of Wildfire Elemental. So there are 3 big demons left on Roger's side. If he loses here, maybe he'll commit on playing with the Baron and the Selfless Hero. He loses here. Hopefully he could find a triple, but it's hard to roll if you're Millhouse. So let's see how will he end this turn. Maybe it's the last turn. Turn 16, so price
5 refreshes. I'm going for the open bar. How about you,
So
Enli?
it's hard to dictate what will the players will take. Everything is good here. Argent Braggart as a stat minion, give a dog a bone, gives you a divine shield. The divine shield is the very much important factor there.
Okay.
So, but he decided to go for the stats, Argent Braggart.
So the Archer Braggart will just going in like the standard version, right? He copies the largest stat minion, right?
Yeah, true.
But it's very vulnerable to poison if I'm not seeing any poisons from SilverName.
Yeah, fortunately in this lobby, the Amalgadons with poisons are missing. So that's the golden selfless hero.
Oh wow, golden selfless hero. Okay. He's playing that this might be a tie right here, or I think SilverName has the advantage from the scaling minions. He also got the Braggart right there, Enli.
Yeah, and the Braggart for SilverName is much bigger, almost twice big as Roger's Braggart.
Oh, so this look at that. Roger is now reacting to what's happening on the board right now, being surprised with all the big minions or all the big elementals coming from SilverName's side, and Zephyrus is still going at it and has the advantage and gets the top position.
So too bad for him. He already have supposed to be golden selfless hero for there, but he maybe needs to sell off Elystra and Malganis or Voidlord just to squeeze in the Baron and Selfless Hero. I'm not sure if that's a better comp to have on the end
Yeah.
game, but maybe it would help.
Yes, and also going back to that match, I'm really